Dear fans of Parsha, Living with the Times, today is Friday, February 21st. It is the 26th day of the Hebrew month of Shvat. Tomorrow we will read the Parsha of Mishpatim. We will also read in a second Torah the special Parsha called Shekalim, giving this Shabbat its name, Shabbat Shekalim, the first of a cycle of 4 extraordinary Parshiot. The Parsha of Shekalim talks about the donation of each member of Israel of a half shekel instituted by Hashem through Moshe in the desert, which were contributions towards originally the Mishkan, the tabernacle, and in later generations towards the Holy Temple and the sacrifices. And it is still customary to give it before Purim for other kinds of tzedakah, of charitable purposes. However, today we will speak about the Parsha of Mishpatim, which means precepts, laws. It is indeed a Parsha, a Sidra, portion full of different kinds of civil laws, very interesting and very complicated in some ways. The bad news is that I did not record a lecture last week for the Parsha of Yitro. The good news is that I will make up for that by thematically combining last week and this week and joining them together in one continuity. Because indeed, what happened last week in the Parsha of Yitro was that most momentous event of the giving of the Torah, the defining event creating the covenant between Israel and God that they must keep the Torah. And there was a whole preparation leading up to it. The first day of Sivan, they arrive in the Sinai desert, and each day God is communicating with them. They are saying, we want to do this. On the 5th day, Moshe enters them into the covenant, and they say, again, they affirm their devotion to the Torah. And on the 6th day of Sivan, the Torah is given amongst lightning and thunder and great fire. And God says, I am the Lord your God who has taken you out of Egypt. You shall have no other gods before me. And then follow in the presence of the entire nation the 10 Commandments, after which Moshe ascends to Mount Sinai and prophetically receives in a 40-day period the rest of the Torah. And there's just so much written in Jewish tradition about this 6-day period, and especially the giving of the Torah and everything around it. And some of them we discussed in previous Parshiot. And what I want to focus on is a very fundamental idea, which really fuses together the Parshiot of Yitro and Mishpatim. Because in the Parsha of Mishpatim, at the end, the Torah returns to the events preceding the giving of the Torah. Rashi explains the chronology there, how this is so. Because not everything is always exactly in chronological order in the Torah. And what happens in this week of Mishpatim is there's a famous scene on the 5th day. Moshe offers sacrifices, and they reaffirm their commitment, their desire and agreement to receive the Torah and to enter this covenant. And they say the famous words, everything which God has said, Na'aseh v'nishma. Na'aseh means we will do it, and nishma means we will hear it. And it is this phrase, and particularly the ordering of the phrase, that has been the subject of volumes of discussion and some beautiful ideas, some of which I hope to share with you today.